Prynawn da I chi gyd, croeso I Stadiwm Principality. Mae'r siwrne i'r tîmoedd heddi yn parhau, y siwrne I gartref Rugby Cymru I Stadiwm Principality. Y merched sy'n mynd â hi heddi, dan 15 dan 19. Ond ni'n canolbwyntio yn gyntaf ar y gêm dan 19. Quins Cardiff yn erbyn Sêr Môn, Môn Stars. Gogledd yn erbyn de Mam Cymru yn erbyn y brif ddinas. Good afternoon, everybody. The road to Principality continues. Two finals today. It's the girls at centre stage, the under-16s and the under-18s. We're going to start with the under-16s. It's the Cardiff Quins against the Môn Stars. North against South. Should be two cracking games. Let's have a look at the teams. Cardiff Quins. There we see their starting pack. Ffion Nicholas, Mally Hill, Ellie Stevens, Evelyn Murray, Genevieve Miles, Alice Roberts, Amelia Balfrey, Skylar Morgan. The pack, the under-16s. Pink team, because they have two, pink and purple. Let's have a look at the backs. Freya Parry, Eva David, at fly half. Faith Hirsia Kempster, Isabel Hopkins in the centre. And the back three, Caitlin Rowe, Sophia Walters and Ruby Cole. Ar eilyddion, the replacements for the Quins pink team. Willow Bawley, Alicia Mai Gray, Verity Thomas-Smith, Eos Hopkins, Megan Millett, Leah Keyworth, Chloe Banks, Emily Graham. Quins Cardiff, the Cardiff Quins under-16s pink team. Let's have a look what Môn Stars have to offer. The pack. Sian Rowlands kicks at goal from the loose head. Hannah McKeveney, Erin Carson, second row, Ffion Jordan, and Cadian Evans, I think, is in there. Erica Cole, Nan Francis Roberts, and Eva Shanks in the back row. Halfbacks, Eva Parry, Gwenlly Dafydd. In the centres, Mared Hughes, Elined Evans. And the back three, Cara Griffiths, Medi Williams a Caddy Jones. Ar eilyddion, i'r Sêr, the Stars replacements, Elsa Roberts, Sarah Vaughan Roberts, Mary Rowlands, Esther Ross, Lena Tisco, Megan Thomas, Caddy Rowlands, Awel Harv Roberts. Sêr Môn, Môn Stars. Dyma'r eiliadau cyn I nhw rhedeg mas ar i'r cae yn Stadiwm Principality. Wastod yn foment fawr. These are the big moments for these two teams coming out. Cardiff Quins pink and Môn Stars. It's a privilege to play at the home of Welsh Rugby. They're going to get the same treatment as the international team get. AC/DC thunderstruck. The show will be just the same for these. Let's enjoy. Y ddau dîm ar y dop y twnnel yn barod I ddod mas. Both teams at the top of the tunnel, ready to make their way onto the turf at Principality Stadium. Cardiff Quins pink team a Sir Môn Stars. Quins in the purple and the pink. Môn Stars. Looks like a navy and red. That's what's on their badge. The Môn Stars play out of Llangefni on Ynys Môn. Dan Smith, the referee. Big game for his team. Carl Thomas and Hayden Bennett alongside him. No TMO. But this is it. The under-16s Girls Cup final. The Quins get to start this one. Eva David. First moments of any game are important, but the cup final especially so. That one goes into touch. I think it'll be Môn Stars ball. Yes, it is. First line out. Owain Gwynedd alongside me. Carl Thomas alongside me. Siwr I chi?
Hei da, diolch yn fawr.
Hello, siwmai.
Yeah, pnawn da.
Môn Stars, Llangefni, traditional Llangefni colours. Yeah, navy blue and red.
Oh, pressure early on. Gwenlli David. It's Quins' ball. Through the hands. An early chance for the Quins. Could have gone one more. Recycle it. Getting quickly to the base. Freya Perry. Good line by Balfrey. Gets it to the deck, which is vital in the modern game, of course. You've got to get that ball down. There's the arm out. I'm not entirely sure. It's a pick. Is that Mali Hill? Just short of the line. Composure needed by the Quins. That ball is down. And the try, I think it was Freya Perry. The scrum half. That squeezed over. I'll double check. Owain Gwynedd is saying that it could have been Alice Roberts.
Alice Roberts was lingering over the ball as well, ready to pick and go down that short side. But it's just patient play, wasn't it? I think Môn Stars guilty of a bit of nerves, bit of indecision early on, not dealing with that original kickoff and presenting territory and possession to the Quins. And they just took their time, added the pressure. Could have scored earlier if they used their hands a bit more. But they made light work of that Môn Stars defence.
Yeah, and capitalise the moment a little bit, like start early, start quick. Turned over the ball from that line out, and then, as you said, patience to build into a try.
Super conversion as well. Eva David. 7-0 lead. What a start by the Cardiff Quins in this under-16s cup final. It was Alice Roberts that crossed for the try. An upside down number 9. And that's her again with a carry, is it? And that is Freya Perry. The Quins have certainly come to play. Quins unbeaten in the group stages and then getting to the final by beating Cardiff Quins' purple team by 35 points to 13. Môn Stars also unbeaten in the group. They had one draw. I think they had 10 wins as they get a penalty, a bit of a respite. And then they beat the Valley Vixens 32-22 in the semi-final. And they want to play some rugby.
Yeah, first piece of possession. Let's try and stamp a bit of authority on the game. It's difficult to just absorb wave after wave of attack, so it's nice to have a bit of possession. But well turned over, well jackled by Amelia Balfrey.
Yeah, super work by the back rower. A lot of these have played at Principality before. I think the Quins won the plate last in 2023, that might have been. I think they won the plate.
Oh, I think they won the cup. They were playing in the plate as well, so both teams playing in the top flight finals.
Won one and lost one, did they? If my memory is correct. Middle ball for Caddy Jones to counter. Good offload as well. Fionn Jordan. Big try scorer for the Stars is Theo Jordan in the second row.
And again, Sean Rowlands, an obvious ball carrier.
You want to get people into the contact a little bit quicker, but side entry. And do the Stars want to go quickly again? Yes, they do. Eva Parry, lovely line. I've just mentioned her. It's Fionn Jordan. A little bit isolated. Support does get there. Good response from the Stars. That ball needs to go. Parry. Good hands forwards combining. Rowlands on another trundle. Heavily involved in everything the Stars do.
Again, a lot of tackling by the Quins. Jordan again, a big ball carrier, nearly turned over.
Yeah, they have been turned over. I think it's the try scorer, Alice Roberts. I know the Quins fancy playing, but they turned it over legally, but that little offload was forward. So it'll be a Môn Stars scrum. Perfect time for me to ask Carol, as an ex-front rower. Carol, scrummaging, hugely important part of this age, even though you can only go 1.5 meters, still an important platform.
Yeah, definitely. Like, that's the beauty of rugby, being able all shapes and sizes. So the scrum's a big part of that. And especially at this age grade kind of level, being able to build that element into practice and to play. But I'm sure Môn Stars are chuffed to kind of how they're building the territory. They left this morning at 5 a.m. So they've been on the bus. So, you know, the first 5 minutes now trying to get into the game and get into their rugby heads.
The joys of being from North Wales, sitting on the bus.
Yeah. When are they going to build that motorway?
But yeah, we've got some really exciting players within, you know, the front row. And it's good to be able to see the competition and them compete against each other.
Oh, here's a chance.
Lovely inside and another offload. Mared Hughes, 2 or 3 meters short of the Quins line. Parry at the base, looking for runners. Oh, super defence. Great tackle.
Oh,
Jordan
thumped
driven
backwards.
back. Oh.
Still on though.
Yeah, they're all ball players. Carson with the carry, that shoots out. Well, the Quins deemed to be, I think, offside somewhere. Dan Smith, Parry taking no time at all. Jordan again, offloads this time to Cole in the back row, Erica Cole. Now it's the forwards under the sticks. Goes Erin Carson. Tight head prop, quick feet, good hands, and a great response from Môn Stars. Conversion to come from fellow front row forward Sean Rowlands, and we could be all square.
It was just relentless attack, wasn't it? Wave after wave, just thumping at the door. And the Quins, you know, from their unbeaten record, not used to maybe under as much pressure for a prolonged period of time. And it's a wake-up call, isn't it? They're not going to have it all their own way today.
Yeah, and you can see Môn Stars, you know, carrying, continuously kind of recycling the ball and putting that pressure on. You know, a few penalties gone against Cardiff Quins and putting pressure on.
And that's the beauty of this age grade of rugby. There's less kicking involved. It's almost a purest form of rugby. You play what's in front of you, offload, you go again, and you just kind of use those handling skills or footwork to play rugby.
Yeah, it's really exciting. And, you know, and kicking is developing in the girls' game and in the women's game. Definitely an aspect to grow and to compete in the future. But like you say, it's the purest form then of seeing people's, you know, raw talent and sidestepping.
That's a good restart as well.
Oh,
Talking about
perfect.
kicking.
Right on the money from Eva David. Great hang time there. But the Stars have it. They've just lost that forward, so we will have a scrum.
So
The restart. It's an important part of the game.
He's going to ask, kind of, for those of us less accustomed to the hub system, how does it work then? Kind of, which teams or which clubs will be included in these teams?
Yeah, so nationally we've got 40 hubs, girls hubs, that are licensed through the WRU. So as we're growing our player numbers, it's a system to kind of pool players, to pool kind of for an area, rather than having lots of rugby clubs with a few players in it. It's trying to pool an area as such. So we've got Cardiff Quins in here, and we've got Môn Stars up in the Anglesey kind of area. So Llangefni RFC and Cardiff Quins are the main rugby clubs for them, but they cover the catchment area, which means that's why Cardiff Quins, I think they've got 17 different schools being represented, players from 17 different schools being represented. And similarly with Môn Stars, I think they've got 6 secondary schools that are you know, so it's their catchment area is wider, which means people have to travel a little bit further, but it does mean that you get more player base then for teams to play against each other.
The game developing in Wales. Great to see finals at Principality again. Steady scrum. Stars electing to kick. Gwenlly David finding a bit of green open space, but the Quins and Walters want to counter. She does that expertly. Steps off both feet. Good tackle by Caddy Jones on Sophia Walters. And parry. Quick there for the Quins. It's their turn to put a bit of pressure on the Stars now. Freya Perry, vice-captain of the Quins. There's Mally Hill. She played for Coleg Gwent in the final here. Victorious once. Will she be celebrating for a second time? Hopkins brought down in the Stars 22. Balfrey. Strong in the tackle. And be careful that she gets to the deck. She does that. And support on her shoulder. Perry looking for runners. Willing again. Try scorer Alice Roberts. Lovely line. Oh, has that gone forward? Just gone forward. Pass dipped in front of Eva David. And Llanharry. There's a couple of girls from Llanharry. I'm looking at the schools like Carol said alongside me. Plasmawr, Whitchurch, Broeden, Brooklynnog, Llanharry, Hale V Comprehensive, Newport High School. They're coming from Monmouthshire, Apant, St Cyrus, Cardiff High. They're coming from everywhere. You know, you think about where the Stars are in Llangefni and the spread there, but they come from a long way here as well. Cathedral School, Brotaf, everywhere. Llanishen.
And just being in part of, we've been building our schools programs as well. So this year you can see that there's more girls playing within their schools. So it's great to see that we've got big coverage here of girls playing at their clubs. But actually we've seen much more kind of schools rugby happening at our under-16s and our under-18s competition. People entering kind of the national competitions from their schools.
Caught at the base. Under pressure. There's a parry against a Perry. Well, that's a Rowlands. Driven back in the tackle. Is the arm out? Is he playing advantage? Not entirely sure. Parry elects to kick. Again, finding some space. And the arm was out. There was an advantage. It's a big day for referees. Owain, of course, was a referee.
Refereed here.
Yeah. Who did you referee here? What final did you do?
It was Coleg y Cymroedd against Shirgar in the schools and colleges finals rugby power back in the day. And I'm sure the likes of Josh Adams, that kind of age category were playing that day. Obviously, kind of, they won Josh Adams then, but you know they went on to make a name, and we all know who he is now. That kind of era.
That's a big day for referees,
showed
isn't
a red card as well.
Showed a red card.
Did. Craig Evans came in with a flag and said, "Hey, knee in the head there, off."
Under pressure are Môn Stars at the moment. More about Owain's refereeing career in a moment. Sian Rowlands elects to kick. The bounce, kind, brave, was Walters on the ball. Had a copped a boot there. Balfrey. He's strong in the carry again. Ball is there. Freya Perry got to work hard to get this one out. And the Stars offside. They're going on the outside again. Hopkins, recycle quick ball to the Quins. Ruby Cole. Is there a little dart down the blind? And a step as well from Freya Perry. Hill with a pass. Here come the Quins. David. Oh, lovely break. Oh, did she need to give that one? Walters hits a line, gets it to Caitlin Rowe. Rowe brought down, but 8 metres short of the Stars line. Great counter. Now you could argue, and that was diving on the ball, but there wasn't a ruck form maybe, so it could have been open play. And the Stars want to play their way out of trouble, but they've got to leave that one go, and they haven't. Sarah Vaughan Roberts on, I think, wearing 17, held on to that one. Will the Quins put this one in the corner, or will they tap and go?
Sliced.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. Oh, was it not me? Well, I thought he's gone on to the full there.
Has it gone out in the full? Yes, it has. Communication between officials.
And it's good to see the girls kicking for the corner. Like, let's bring their set piece into the play and see what they can build 5 metres out. But unfortunate on that occasion, just gone a bit long.
It happens at all levels of the game. Just tried to bite too much off, but caught that one as Owain said alongside me, just off the side of the boot. Sian Rowlands, the loose head. Boom. Big right boot onto that restart. Here comes Persia Kempster. Finding space. Big contact.
Yeah, high tackle
there was
advantage.
a high tackle, but Ruby Cole continues. She got up, she wasn't held, and she's going over for a cracker at Principality Stadium. A second try for Cardiff Quins. They take the lead back from Môn Stars thanks to a cracker by Ruby Cole.
A brilliant individual try. A big collision and then get back up on her feet and find a bit of space and finish it off with some pace.
Super stuff. And that's what we get in these games. Individuals standing out, moments of magic, moments to be cherished for the rest of their career. And a couple being made today.
Two different styles of play, Carol, you're seeing. I think maybe Môn Stars are more forward-orientated, pick and drive and go straight down, where the Quins want to get out wide.
Yeah, definitely. I think I'd agree with that. Well, you can see that Cardiff Quins kick to the corner on one side, and then they get the 22 back, the kick back, and then they're using the other wing to kind of score down there. So, yeah, definitely think the Quins are using more of their hands, moving the ball a little bit more, whereas Môn Stars utilising their physicality.
That's the beauty of rugby union. It's a game for all, many styles, but the end goal is the same, to win. Anyhow, in a cup final, doesn't have to be pretty. You just want to win. Cardiff Quins pink, then 14, Môn Stars 7. Sian Rowlands again with a restart. Finds Ellie Stevens. Quins, all ball players. Everybody comfortable, ball in hand. Pile of bodies at the breakdown. Again, it's Amelia ball free. Big carrying figure for the Quins. As is Alice Roberts. She's not the biggest back rower, but she's powerful. Punching above her weight there.
Yeah, she's done a few carries.
Sits up nicely for Caddy Jones. She looks to counter. That's Alice Roberts with a tackle. She's everywhere.
Oh, if this goes right here from Stars, it's on. Yeah, head up. There's space.
Can they get the ball through the hands? That was a rip. I don't think it was a knock-on. Ball is still there for the
Still
Stars.
there.
Parry looks to go. Lovely offload out to the tackle as well. Cutting back inside, Alina Evans. Still going.
Frances Roberts on the shoulder.
Hands in there. Oh, it's Alice Roberts again. The blindside flanker. She's everywhere. Stars not back 10. But down the touchline goes loose head Fionn Nichols. What a run.
Was that a 1 or an 11?
What a run. Like I said, they're all players for the Quins and the Stars. Everybody comfortable, ball in hand. Trying the offload is Murray. Perry there. There is space out wide. Alice Roberts takes this one up. Perry. Eva David. Oh, there is numbers out wide. Can they get it through the hands? Yes, they can. It's Cole out there again. She's brought down this time and held. 12 metres out from the Stars line. Oh, that one's gone forward.
Important tackle to dislodge the ball.
Yeah, Mally Hill, the Quins captain, just juggled that one. Lost it in the contact then.
Again, if the Stars have confidence in their handling, they could go to the right here. They just need to pick their heads up.
It's ball in play, Carol. The numbers are off the scale because they don't kick to the touchline. They rarely kick, for the dead ball situation, and they keep it alive and alive. It's relentless.
It is relentless. Like, this ball in play, this phase has just been huge, hasn't it?
Oh,
that hits the post. Who carried that over? This could be a scrum 5.
I think the referee's going to be sympathetic here. You drop up beneath the sticks.
Yep, I think that ball might have been carried over. You get away with them. No TMO. This is how rugby used to be. Some say the way it should be. Bit of treatment, and I think it's for Fionn Nichols. That barnstorming run. She was tackled. She stayed down for a little bit, but what a run that was. Newport High School, under the guidance of Robert Sidoli at Newport High School. And you can do interchanges like you can in the community game, Carol. Is it an unlimited amount of interchanges you can do in a game?
Yeah, so it's rolling substitutions within the game, which just means that you can kind of, switch your teams around and give people the opportunities.
Yeah, you don't have to wait until sort of 50, 60 minutes in the game. You can bring people on. They can play 15 minutes and go back off. And Fionn Nichols is leaving. Hopefully we'll see her again. So it is a restart for Môn Stars. Alicia Mai-Gray is on for the Quins, and here they come again, putting pressure through Hill. Lovely off-road to Cole. Cole, physicality. Has she got that down? No.
Oh.
She's lost it forward. If she'd have gone straight to ground, I think she'd have scored. But she elected just to carry into contact.
She's not the biggest of girls, is she? But she's got some bump to go with that. Feet of hers and pace of hers.
Yeah, definitely likes a bit of the collision in there. Got in the battle to get the try down. To try and get the try down.
Well, that is a goal line restart again. Sian Rowlands
That's
trying
a good boot downfield.
Yeah, it is. Gets the pressure off them for a moment. And this is David. David coming. Finds Mally Hill with a bounce ball. Hill strong in the carry and the fend, and a great offload. Back inside to scrum half. Freya Perry, captain to vice captain. Third try for Cardiff Quins in this under-16s girls final.
Yeah, it's tough to say. Some questionable tackling going on by the Môn Stars. Unfortunately, like revolving doors. And the Quinn just drifted through all too easily. Only took a couple of passes. The line was there coming up from the Stars, but they just missed those first couple of tackles. Quins were through, and that was it.
Yeah, and it's positive to see, like, Mally Hill there, getting her offload off. Like, she's taking the contact, bit of a tackle in there, but looking for that offload. And Mally herself, so she played on the stadium last 2 weeks ago as well.
For Coleg Gwent.
For Coleg Gwent. So she's having a right good 2 weeks.
And she has 2 Welsh records, I think. Does she weightlifting records?
Yeah, she's a weightlifter, or previously was a weightlifter. And she's strong. Like, when she's in her rugby skills, that's obviously transferable across there, and is recognised now. She's in the Player Development Centre in East Wales.
Restart by Sian Rowlands. The Quins are really putting the Stars under pressure.
Yeah, Quins are starting to grow, aren't they? Already the Stars, maybe that journey down from so early, starting to show them their legs, looking a little bit tired. Down to defend for long spells.
Well, it's the harder side of the game, isn't it? Defending.
I thought you were going to say travelling.
That's hard too.
It is, by far. Because if you switch off for a moment, you can concede, can't you?
Yeah, that's it. And it's trying to get, you know, your rugby legs on and your brain switched on, ready to play that game. You know, we have seen some great kind of interplays between Môn Stars and their carry on. Look at these hands now.
Yeah, I've got to say, Eva Parry, fair play to her, off left and right. She's got a beautiful delivery.
Consistent, isn't it?
Well, they've turned the ball over again. Good counter. But Eva David with a kick. That turns Caddy Jones. Oh, Jones has lost that one. Regathers at the second attempt. It's a real battle at the breakdown now. And the Stars did well to get out of trouble. Maddie Williams. Again, they tried to kick, putting themselves under a little bit of pressure. That falls to Cole. And she dots down right on the whitewash. Second try. She could have had a hat-trick. But it's a second try for Ruby Cole and a fourth for Cardiff Quins.
Yeah, unfortunately, just an error being compounded by another error. Just a miscalculation by Caddy Jones in retrieving that ball, then the misjudged box kick and all sorts of pressure. That's a cheap try to give away. Unfortunately, that's two cheap tries if you're studying that from a Stars perspective. Defensively weak for the previous try, and then that's just an individual error.
Yeah, that's just a little bit of game management, isn't it, when you're on the line and trying to clear it. Obviously, Cardiff Quins did well then to kind of jump on that and manage to get that ball back to Ruby Cole.
Well, that's another good effort.
Yeah.
Drifted wide.
Eva David from Llanharry. She's been orchestrating things exceptionally well for the Quins. First miss off the tee. And they won't mind that much because they lead 26 points to 7. The Stars need a bit of possession. They need to shine a little bit brighter in this next phase of play. You don't want to kick it to Mally Hill either. Find someone else off the restart. Oh, but they've turned it over. Have the Stars illegally deemed a ruck or not a clear release in the tackle? The pressure is relentless, Carol.
Yeah, but brilliant intent there. You know, kick off and then try and get the ball back in the other side of the territory. So I like to see that. Like, you know, you can see the try, you can see it a couple of tries, and actually, how do we get the ball back?
They have conceded a penalty, and the Quins have gone for the far touchline. See what they've got to offer at line-out time. 1, 2, 3. 5 in the line-out. There's a little chat going on between referee and Môn Stars. They're checking how many players they have on the field.
Replacement coming on. And Sophia Walters leaving the field. Sorry, Caddy Jones looking the wrong side of the paper is.
Well,
you.
I've done that mistake more than once. When it's the Stars who pinched the line out. Shanks with the carry.
Yeah, there's another injury down. Looks a nasty one.
Yeah, referee has blown. Yeah, that's a nasty little injury. But it's great that they play these games at Principality Stadium. All the medical support that's needed will be immediately on the field. Is that a bang to the head? Could be.
Yeah, 4 tries to 1 in favour of the Quins now. They've really taken control as we've gone into the second half of this first half. They've just been able to apply the pressure, and the Stars have had no way out, have they? They've had no possession, no territory, and every mistake, if it happens deep in your own 22, you're just going to be punished, aren't you?
What do they have to do, Carol? You know, the Stars, when they've had possession, they've looked good, but then the Quins are counter-rucking, they're trying to get in and steal ball, you know, so they've been under pressure, haven't they?
Yeah, they've continuously been in pressure. I think in that, you know, when they did recycle the ball and been able to build their kind of phases, they are kind of playing more of a physical kind of game. So if they can kind of keep the ball in their play, like we have seen...
Yeah, Shan Rowlands and Fian Jordan, when they've had possession, have been really, really physical, carrying the ball. But as this second quarter, second half, the first half has gone on, we've seen less and less of them.
Yeah, that's it, and that's difficult when you're defending continuously. It's trying to have a couple of players in your team that are the jacklers or that can put pressure in that ruck to kind of counter ruck.
Just to pick a name out, we've seen her with the ball a couple of times. Nano Francis Roberts, wearing 7 for Môn Stars, younger sister of Celt Francis Roberts, who played for who, Carol, yesterday?
Played for Wales under-20s yesterday against Scotland, and then her sister as well plays for the under-18s last year. So
a rugby family serving the North and now Wales well.
The under-20s played up at the Wern in Merthyr. A comprehensive victory against Scotland. On the scoreboard, I think it was 31 points to 7. I think it finished up there, but it was a closer game than the scoreboard said. I will say that. I went up to have a watch of that one. It was defence was superb on a few occasions for Wales, right on their own try line. But they've got the likes of Steph Emmanuel playing. You know, he played for Cardiff out in Lyon in the Challenge Cup, and then he's back playing for the 20s at the Wern. You know, it shows that maybe Super Rugby Cymru and the pathway is working. He's a lot of game time there for Cardiff, and then he's getting international honours and playing for the region. It's a lengthy stoppage. There's an injury, I think, to Erica Cole. Well, like I said, she will have the best care possible here.
And Mary Rowlands set to come on.
Well, I can see Erica Cole, she's in a bit of pain, but she is moving down there. Something that you don't want to see, but injuries are part and parcel of the game, unfortunately.
True for any sport, isn't it, Rhys? It is part of any sport these days.
Carrie, let's talk about the journey that these two teams took to get to the final. It was a group stage, so they played games in the group, and then if you won the group or finished second, or you then got into the semi-final draw then.
Yeah, so what we're trying to do is that people get more game time, so that's why it's a group stage rather than a knockout stage through the cups, because, you know, game time is valuable, and being able to get that throughout. So, and then they progress through to the semi-finals, and yeah, if you win the semi-finals, obviously you get the opportunity within the cup to play on the Principality.
It has changed a little bit this year, though, hasn't it? You know, because there was such a mammoth amount of games at Principality last year. The Union are trying to spread the game more around the regions this year, you know, to make sure that everyone gets a chance to come and see the finals.
Yeah, you know, everybody wants to play at the Principality. It's the pinnacle of any kind of Welsh player, I imagine. You know, and I've had the opportunity to do that from an international perspective, but never from a club perspective. So it's huge for these clubs, it's huge for their players to be able to play in Principality. But yeah, this season, looking at kind of probably our infrastructure and our budgets and everything, some tough decisions have had to be made around where the finals are being played. But we've looked at them equally across girls, boys, men's, women's, in how we can kind of showcase and give the best provision to the top flight. So we've got a series of games now in that set December window, and then we'll have another series of games in that April-May kind of period. But yeah, like we went down to, we had the National Schools Girls Under 18s finals at Llandifri. You know, they've got a new 3G facility. It was a fantastic kind of game and a fantastic kind of showcase event.
Good news. I think Erica Cole is up. That's more important than anything. I think she'll be okay to go on the bus back to the Gogs tonight.
The question is going to be, what's next for these in terms of their pathway then, the 16s? Where do they go next?
Yeah, so we are developing the pathway as we're moving forward. So there's some skill centres and looking to be a pilot actually after Christmas for an EPP programme. So it's in our kind of talent discovery phase where we're looking at players and their opportunities and if they're going to start being part of the bigger pathway.
EPP?
Emerging Player Pathway.
There we go.
Sorry, yeah. It'll be the first time that we're doing this for the girls' game. Previously, we've had skill centres, but we want to add playing opportunities into that and more into kind of areas, I suppose, like representative rugby at areas to be able to build that next level into it. And then we've got under 18s, then you progress through to under 18s internationally, or we've got our PDCs. So a few of these players are involved in player development centres. So we've got one in West Wales, in East Wales and in North Wales. They've been running for the last 2 years. And that's effectively like an academy of some sort, but focused more around our skills development rather than playing opportunities.
Well, that's good news all round, and it's good news at Principality Stadium. Erica Cole, blindside flanker, is up. She does still look in pain. Obviously, it's a big day for her. Doesn't want to be leaving, but you've got to make sure that she's okay. And the players are in good hands there.
Yeah, looks like an ankle injury, doesn't it? A lower leg injury with a boot, I think, having come off. We wish her all the best in the recovery. And with a break of, what, maybe 6-7 minutes maybe, with a bit of an interval, who will react best? 'Cause it's always difficult to start and go again, isn't it? Especially we've got about 5 minutes until half time. We go for 5 minutes, stop again, go again.
I think Mary Rowlands is on wearing 18. I think I heard that in my ear. Coming on for Môn Stars. And it's a Quins scrum after all of that. They lead 26 points to 7. 4 tries to 1. And Balfrey picks, I guess, the offload away to Perry. Through the hands it goes to Cole. And Skylar Morgan with that last pass. Again, strength shown by Ruby Cole. Stars a pinch this one. And out the back door.
Forward.
Fionn Jordan with the carry. Need to get the ball quicker away from the contact because they're under pressure.
Again.
every breakdown is a contest. Balfrey pinches that one. If it's not Alice Roberts, it's Amelia Balfrey.
At the moment, that's maybe one point of differentiation. At that breakdown, Quins are able to compete and are able to steal, where the Stars are finding it really difficult to disrupt the recycling of the ball.
Yeah, it's on a bit of a plate for the Quins as Mally Hill goes on a charge. Strong fend with a left hand.
Bit of a bench press, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Alice Roberts. Another carry. Balfrey again. Some key players in this Quins setup. They're a good tight unit. Freya Perry. Does get through the hand. David. Cutting back in. There's your Kempster. Into the 22 she goes. Everything that little bit easier for Cardiff Quins. Roberts again. Stars trying to pinch that one, and I think that Eva Parry has managed that. Away goes Erin Carson, their try scorer. Long way to go from where they are now, but Perry back on her feet. Jordan, if it goes through the hands quickly, could be numbers. Marit Hughes offloads. That's Mary Rowlands out there, I think, wearing 18, yep. Good continuity again. Arm is out from the referee. Hands in the ruck, I believe.
Yeah, Stars, not the first time I said it, they can create numbers out wide, but they don't go that one extra pass to just change the point of attack. There's plenty of space on the flanks. It's just getting those hands working to get the ball into space.
And support. If you go, you got to make sure that you've got someone on your shoulder, because inevitably the Quins will pinch it. I thought they did. Physical in the contact as well. That's Balfrey. Keep coming, the Stars. Can they get the ball out wide? Super carry by Carson again. Perry picks. She had to under pressure there, and she gets to the deck. Quins have got to be quicker to roll away from there. And the referee for once agrees with me.
And I think, you know, we saw Môn Stars there actually using their hands a little bit more, using a little bit of width, and you can see then they go forward from it. Got Sian Rowlands here doing a dominant carries.
Well, steps out with the tackle as well. Wins another 5 metres.
Yeah, the Quins again just trapped in there, slow to move. Arm out again. There'll be another penalty for the Stars. They've responded well to that long break in play. Gwenlly David cutting back in. Oh, I thought she could have gone
a bit of help.
Oh,
support just gets there quickly. In time.
Yeah, play.
Francis Roberts. And Sian Rowlands again on the carry. Perry, she spotted a little gap there. Want to get to the deck. She does that, and a long present. Perfect from the 9. In comes Maddie Williams. Under pressure from the Quins. Marit Hughes does well cutting back in. That's gone back. Play on.
Yeah, Quins rushing up that blitz defence.
Yeah, very good line speed.
Perry spots a gap.
Eva
And
Parry,
over she goes. Parry. Perry. That was Eva Parry for Môn Stars. She's tried to find gaps all afternoon. Eventually she finds one and crosses. Great response by Môn Stars. Super finish by Eva Parry. They've done well after this long stoppage.
Yeah, very well. And you know, you asked then how are people going to react after the first that stoppage, and obviously a little bit more of a message of passing it a little bit wider, using the ball a little bit more. We've still got dominant carries from people like Sian Rowlands, but yeah, quick thinking there from Eva Parry.
And Fionn Jordan as well a few times. She's not just a ball carrier, she's used as a pivot. A few times she shifts the ball on one pass as well, so she's got some handling skills to go with that carrying ability.
Yeah, definitely. Trying to keep it alive, isn't it? And trying to turn.
They could do with every point today. Gwenlly David, successful first conversion. Oh no. They've changed it, haven't they? Sian Rowlands took the first one. But she's just been replaced, so she wasn't on to take that one. That's why Gwenlly David took it. So it's Cardiff Quins 26, Môn Stars 12. I think Sian Rowlands has picked up a cut. Hopefully she can be stitched up. Now we'll have Roberts is on no number. But here come the Stars again. Marit Hughes. Oh, handoff after handoff. How the game changes again, the Quins.
Would be a penalty if we're not rolling again.
Yeah, I think they could have been penalised there.
Oh, advantage.
Oh, they are. It's an advantage. Balfrey told to move. She listens. Straight through the middle. Nano Francis Roberts. Support on her shoulder. Can she free her hands?
One more phase.
Super play. Parry again. Gets the ball to Evans. Thunder in the tackle, but an offload on the outside. Cara Griffiths goes. Oh. It's the Stars keeping the ball alive.
Oh. I'm not quite agreeing with the assistant referee here.
Oh.
Yeah, that offload was way inside the touchline. Unless my eyes deceive me.
Well, we won't get a replay.
No.
But I thought the ball was...
It was definitely inside, Reece.
I want to put some pressure on the Quins line here. That's gone forward, and it was a straight, so they'll have an option. Scrum or line. What a response by the Môn Stars.
Yeah, a great carry, a great initial carry from Mared Hughes there out on the left-hand side. And then you can see that they've moved the ball all the way to the right and keeping it alive. I agree with you, Owen. I don't think it went off.
Thank you. No, yeah. We'll move on.
Yeah.
As I'm part of the
Decision.
referee club.
Decision has been made. It's not going to be changed now.
Well, they've got the ball back in the same position,
They
so
have.
justice has been done.
The scrum under a little bit of pressure. The Quins want one against the head.
It's a good platform, isn't it? Plenty of space to the left. We already know that Eva Parry has got a strong pass off left and right. You can fire this out into midfield, somebody like Mared Hughes, who just seen a powerful runner get down that 12 channel.
Oh, they've got to win the ball first. They're under a bit of pressure
they've
again,
lost
and the Quins have got that one against the head somehow. Perry stepping off both feet. An elusive runner. And she's actually been caught in contact. The Stars have turned that one over. How the game has changed. That's rugby for you in a nutshell. They're under the cosh. A long stoppage. They came out firing. They're putting the Quins under pressure. So scrappy at the breakdown. The Quins are trying to get their hands on everything. But Eva Parry wants to play. Jordan finds number 8, Shanks. Lovely offload. Try scorer Carson. Oh, out of the line. Good
Great
decision.
spot.
But the ball's still alive.
And again.
Gets out to Mary Rowlands. All the way out to Maddie Williams on the wrong wing. Which way's the arm going? It's a penalty against the Quins.
Eva's gone quick.
Parry and the offload. Oh, has that ball been squeezed on the whitewash? I think it might have. But she's been dragged back. Was that Carson again, or was it Shanks?
Still there.
Oh.
I'm sure there's an offside. And I was going to say, about time, referee.
Who's going in the bin?
Yellow card.
Yeah, it is a yellow card. And it's a yellow card for Freya Perry, vice-captain of the Quins and a serious playmaker.
It was difficult in that scenario because the ball did pop out and then it was shadowed by Parry. But I think there was a penalty or two previously where the yellow could have been shown.
Parry to David. Ball to Evans. Reaches.
Good defending.
Rowlands. Still there for the Stars. Composure needed. Parry holds on to that one. Offloads to Evans. Evans gets it down. Third try for Môn Stars. If you thought this game was over, well, think again. The Stars have found a way back.
Super exciting rugby. Great to see them get those 2 tries now on the bounce. And I just feel like they're moving the ball much more. They're much more kind of consistent in keeping the ball, and actually Quins are getting penalised for trying to kind of get the ball back.
Yeah, they've stepped it up a notch, Môn Stars. And they've created opportunities. They've reacted well to the injury. And what I'm really impressed with, it's not about, and we've seen a lot of it, which is fantastic to see, offloading in contact, but they read the situation and move the ball before they get into contact as well.
Gwenlly David with a conversion attempt for Môn Stars. They were 26 points to 7 behind. 2 tries have brought them back within firing range. Not enough on the conversion, and the half-time whistle goes in this Girls Under-16s Cup final. Cardiff Quins, the pink, 26. Môn Stars, 17. Competitive at the breakdown. A half of 2 halves, really, Carol, wasn't it? You know, the Quins came out the blocks, firing. Stars reacted, but then it was all Quins for a little bit until the tides have turned.
Yeah, absolutely. You've covered that really well. You know, Cardiff Quins started really well with their try. Môn Stars managed to creep it back, and then you felt like Cardiff Quins probably had the dominance in that kind of period, building off and utilising the width and passing the ball much more. After that injury, we've just seen Môn Stars turn it around and score 2 quick tries, one after the other, and feels like a little bit of a change in game plan. A little bit more movement on the ball, a bit more speed. Eva Parry doing quick tap and goes on those penalties, and possibly Quins getting more penalties if we're not rolling away.
Yeah, they've got Freya Perry, their scrum half, in the bin. 70 minutes, they're 35-minute halves, 70-minute games. Yellow card is 7 minutes, not 10. So it's a chance for the Môn Stars to play a bit of rugby with a numerical advantage.
Good bath, Tris.
Yeah, I don't know why I put 3 fingers. I put trying to count. Well, 3 is 3 minutes off the 10, 7. Yeah, that's my mathematics. Ond mae cyfle yn ystod hanner amser, felly ni gael sgwrs yn y Gymraeg hefyd. I weid, tyma bach am y ddau dîm, mae'r Quins, o ti'n sôn Caryl, mae rhyw 17 o ysgolion ti'n gweud gyda nhw, a wedyn mae Sir Môn, mae nhw yn clwb rygbi Llangefni, bron yng nghanol Sir Fôn, ond diwe. Llai o ysgolion yn bwydo nhw.
Ydy, llai o ysgolion, ond still, fel o'n i'n siarad gyn ni, maen nhw'n pwlo yr chwaraewyr a dod yn nhw at ei gilydd. Mae Gogledd Cymru yn cryfhau gyda'r merched. Bob blwyddyn ni'n gweld nhw yn y ffeinal. Mae un o'r tîmau yn y finals. Sy'n gret i gweld bod rygbi dros Gymru i gyd yn tyfu.
O lle mae nhw'n dod? Oedd nhw'n dod ysgolion Gaernarfon, oedd nhw'n dod o Bangor yn mynd mor bell?
Mae Caernarfon draddodiadol bod yn glwb clir a'n tîm merched yn do?
Ie, mae tîm gyda nhw i hunain, Môr Ladron, yn hwb fyna, a maen nhw'n gryf hefyd. Mae cwpl dyn ni'n lan na sydd yn gwneud yn really, really dda. Fi'n credu, be ni'n gweld nawr yw wrth ni'n datblygu'r pathways. Mae fwy o cyfleoedd, so mae PDC, Player Development Centre dyn ni yn y Gogledd, sy'n gael ei delifro yn Colwyn Bay, yn Parc Eirias. A mae'r provision yn rhoi cyfle mawr i nhw i ehangu eu sgiliau nhw. A hefyd amdano S&C, Strength and Conditioning, mynd i'r gym a cryfhau ffordd ni. Fi'n credu mae hwnna'n rhan mawr o'r gêm y merched yn enwedig, bod ni'n gallu datblygu'n gloiach wrth i ni paratoi'n cyrff gyda hwnna. Hefyd ni wedi gweld y Welsh Schools and Colleges, a blwyddyn hyn oedd y blwyddyn cyntaf oedd lig gyda ni gyda 6, a mae Coleg Llandrillo yn hwnna. Cwpl o ferched yn chwarae yn Llandrillo. A mae fe jyst yn gryfhau beth sydd ni yn y Gogledd, a hefyd dros Gymru i gyd. Mae nhw i gyd gyda'r kind of yr centres yna i gyd.
Wedyn byddai'r merched un nawr yn wario i Sir Môn. Bydden nhw'n gallu mynd i wario rygbi Gogledd Cymru wedyn?
So mae'r PDC i hunan yn Rugby Gogledd Cymru, yn cael ei rhedeg mas gyda Rugby Gogledd Cymru, a yn yr 18s wedyn, bydden nhw'n gallu chwarae dros RGT.
Dyna bach o sgwrs am llwybr. Mae y merched yma o Sir Môn yn gallu cymryd bit of a chat at half-time in the Welsh language about the pathway that the girls can take in North Wales to get to the top, because that's what we want to do, is unearth the next generation of talent for international rugby.
Yeah, and talk about the Môn Stars in particular. I know there have been several women internationals from North Wales. One name standing out at the moment, maybe at this level, a few years above, Saran Jones, played for the 18s last year, Wales 18s. So it shows that pathway is effective, and also that there's somebody for these girls from Môn Stars to look up to and to aim for. That, look, Saran can do it, so why can't I do it?
Yeah, and you know, she played a year early, at 17. She's now in the year later in under 18s, and she actually played for Ysgol Godre Berwyn on the weekend, on Wednesday at Llandyfri for the schools finals. And absolutely, you've got Nell Metcalf, you've got Gwenllian Pearce, you've got Welsh. You know, especially in the under 18s, we've got a significant amount of North Wales girls in that squad. And actually, a shout out to, I think, Eva Parry, who went across to the 18s camp recently. You know, playing in the under-16s competition at the moment, but scrum half for Môn Stars.
Well, we're back underway at Principality. Half-time done and dusted. Teams stayed out. Short turnaround. There's Cardiff Quins pink. They're playing in the pink and purple. They have two teams at the Quins, the purples and the pinks. This is the pinks who beat the purples in the semi-final against Môn Stars, who beat the Valley Vixens in their semi-final to make it to Principality Stadium. There's lots of changes that have happened at half-time for both teams again. A lot of bodies on the deck at the breakdown. And it's the Quins that come away with the ball. Faith Hersia Kempster with a carry.
Yeah, I'm sure the Quins will look to try and find that form from the first stage of that first half.
That's a kick to nowhere. A lot of people offside.
Yeah.
Penalised Gwenlly David in front of the kick. Messy passage of play. Will the Quins elect to go for the corner this time? Let's wait to see. No, they want to keep it alive, keep the ball in hand. There's a second row. Genevieve Miles from Glantave with a carry driven back. That's gone forward. Now is there a chance for the Môn Stars to spread this ball out wide? Parry picks and goes and offloads. Lovely offload from the deck. I asked one of their coaches who the playmaker is, and that's the name that they gave me. Eva Seren Parry.
Jordan through,
yeah,
busting a hole.
Lovely line through again. She was prominent in many stages in the first half. And Parry back there. Shanks in support. Quins pinched that one. It's a battle now. Roberts, has she won it back? Yes, she has. Great work by the open side. But such a contest at the breakdown.
Again, straight in. Who was it this time? Was it Alicia Mygray? Difficult to see a number here.
And they keep it alive again. Morgan with a tap. That is Mally Hill. Powerful hooker from the Quins team. And the captain leading by example. I think they'd have liked to keep that one alive. That ball was not meant to go over the touchline, but it will be Môn Stars ball.
But a sensible option. There wasn't many defenders in the backfield. You know, would like to keep it alive, forced the Stars to deal with the ball. But it's great to see that kicking game being developed, the identification of space at times.
Yeah, you know, it's not going to be they're going to contest now against this line out, but absolutely, you know, I think they're probably kicking it, looking to contest that kind of ruck area to try and get the ball back. And they win it through the line out anyhow.
Yeah, so they still maintain possession. It's Mally Hill again. Roberts. Always ready to carry. Here's Alice Roberts wearing 6. Stevens, Ellie Stevens, Bryn Celanog. Remember, the Quins, I think, are still down to 14. They're finding gaps out there. Walters through one of them. Quick ball. Hill, another carry. She looks to go. Steps, uses feet, uses power, and an offload on the shoulder. It's Roberts again. Couple of metres short of the Stars line. Fia Nichols back on after an early bump and over. First try of the second half goes the way of Cardiff Quins. They were under the cosh at the end of the first half, but they've started this second on fire.
Yeah, all came from Mally Hill. Simple rugby, just blasting a hole through the defence. As well, give credit to footwork. Stepped, went around the tackler. Impossible to deal with their strength. Then gets the offload, and there was no stopping the Quins onslaught, the wave rushing forward.
Yeah, she's done that a few times, but managed to kind of ride the tackle, look for the offload, have a bit of time on it. They also had option with the hand, so they had options either way to do it.
Oh, conversion hits the upright from Eva David. So it's Cardiff Quins 31, Môn Stars 17. Yellow card returns. Freya Perry back on. And a quick mention to the coaches here. Gareth Parry, Rob Cole, Môn Stars. Then you've got Lee Perry, Dan Hopkins, Simon Oyle, Stuart Huntley at the Quins as well. The work that they do. And the messages maybe that they've been sending on have changed the game a little bit. What was said during the injury break and then what was said during the halftime interval.
And it's a big moment for the club, for the coaches, for everybody involved. So huge for those coaches as well to bring their teams and work with them to get them to the Principality Stadium.
It's a good opportunity, attacking opportunity, Owain here.
As you say, probably could argue that should have been a penalty. But it's given as an accidental offside. It's so difficult when you're in front of that ball, when it bobbles towards you from a knock-on, not to play it.
The temptation.
It's so difficult.
I'd also say with a shout out to the coaches, we've also got hub officers who are highly kind of build big relationships within the rugby clubs, within the girls' hubs. So from the North Wales today, we've got Andrew McMinimy here, who's worked with Llangefni Rugby Club, but also the secondary schools around that as well.
Not a steady scrum for Parry to put this one in. Under a bit of pressure from Perry as well. Perry and Parry, the battle of the nines.
Yeah, the Stars have reacted, haven't they, once. They'll need to do it again. They'll need to score next, you feel, if there's a really threatening scoreboard and the Quins' advantage.
Ball pops out and Freya Perry reacts to it.
Good jackal. Parry.
The Stars have turned it over and they have a chance to go. Roberts.
Yeah, guilty of drifting across.
Yeah, and again pinching at the
side
breakdown.
entry.
You could argue, but it's play on, and the Quins certainly will do that. Freya Perry just puts a foot in it for a moment. Quins into the Stars half. The pick and go. A change in tactic. This could be a kick. What has David seen? Well, a bit of space back there. Mary Rowlands goes back. Decides to counter, beats the first defender.
Quins have an injury in the backfield, so theoretically down to 14 again.
But another bit of knock to the head there. So many interchanges happening, it's really difficult sometimes to keep track of who's on and who's off. And I think sometimes maybe there's been 16 on the field because I've seen players leave and no one come back on. Everyone wants to play at Principality Stadium. More changes, a little bit of treatment.
Ellie Stevens, yeah, she's been...
Yeah, it's confirmation that the Quins did have a sneaky extra player on for a little bit.
Yeah, Ellie Stevens in the backfield on the halfway line, receiving treatment. Big word for that Quins front row, dominating the scrum. Mally Hill maybe getting the plaudits for a loose play. But Nicholas and Stevens have really been working hard as well.
Yeah, being in the 22 metre, in the 22, Môn Stars there had the platform, and then Quins obviously dominant in that scrum and managed them to push over, and well, it popped out in there for Freya Perry to steal out of it. But we have seen kind of them building in that set piece kind of platform, stealing the line out down here in the corner. That's what makes it difficult in the game when you're getting so much pressure in that kind of ruck position. Jackals coming in and things like that. You want to kind of have a steady kind of set piece to be able to actually build on that platform.
I guess he's Stuart Kibble on there as well. I think he just explained to the referee maybe what happened. being a referee himself.
Probably said that laws are meant to be bent, not taking advantage. No, and a word for Stuart Kibble. Fair play to him. We know him well. We see him here, there, and everywhere. He's a great supporter of rugby. You know, gives so much time to women's rugby and to refereeing as well on weekends. Great servant, and fair play to him. Still working hard to this day.
Yeah, just having a chat and explaining what had happened. No big issue at all. But there is another injury. This one was a knock to the head, just in a ruck. Didn't catch a number who went down. Hopefully we'll have some good news about Erica Cole. She departed earlier with what looked like a leg injury. Got to take precautions, of course. Any injury, any knock to the head. Got to make sure that everyone is happy to continue. Is it Cara Griffiths wearing 11? That's down. 100% sure. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, but she's up. She can continue. Well, she can leave the field. If it's a bang to the head, she won't return, because there is no HIA assessment. It's another replacement for Môn Stars. Esther Ross comes on, wearing 19 for the Stars. 31-17 ahead, the Quins. They went on a try-scoring run in the first half. Got to 26 points to 7, but back the Stars came. But the Quins have started the second half the better. Cross for the only try of the second half. And that's a good reason why it's happened. At scrum time, Carol Thomas, former Wales international, alongside me. You want a channel one, a quick strike here, Carol, don't you? Straight to the 8 feet.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you're in the 22, you're defending. You're attacking, you want to get out there. So, yeah, a nice quick in-out scrum. You know, put the pressure on. You want the timing with your 9, to be exact.
And at this level of the game, scrum halves put the ball in straight. Ah, that's a good strike, a clean strike. But a battle again. Perry catches Parry at the base. Freya Perry wants to take it quickly, but it's not her penalty. It's one for Eva Parry to take.
It's a really good battle between them two, isn't it?
Yeah, two very good 9s. There's Sian Rowlands again on a carry. A good carry. Eva Shanks. Again, a contest. They're coming away. This is Roberts. He's done well in the contact area a few times.
They could move this now. It's on.
Quick ball needed then at ruck time. And they defended that well, the Quins. They got quickly round the corner.
Yeah, scrambled well.
Good tackle.
Yeah, McKeveney with a carry. She's taking a little bump as well. Good offload.
There are gaps in the defence. Frances Roberts showing her strength.
Want to get the ball through the hands as they did at times at the end of that first half. That's Gwentley David with a carry.
Yeah, Quins here guilty of wrapping around that ball. They're not numbering up in defence on both sides of the ruck.
Yeah, and the Stars are starting to go through the middle again like they did at periods in the first half.
But that's what they need to avoid at the moment, because the Quins are getting tight on the ball. They need to kind of get out that 10-12 channel, and they're in space.
Erin Carson. He's lost a boot. But back we will come. It's a penalty. Taken quickly again by Parry. Beats the first defender. Oh, solid tackle, Alice Roberts.
Bounces back up.
Oh, she's still going.
Yeah.
Similar to Ruby Cole in the first half.
Oh, not rolling.
Contact area again a problem. Need to put some bodies in there because the Quins are highly competitive at the breakdown, and again winning a penalty and taking it quickly. It's a Freya Perry. Perry down the far touchline. Can she go all the way? Backing herself to do so. Super individual try. What a finish. She won the turnover, took it quickly, and had the legs to go the way, all the way. Freya Perry, vice-captain of the Cardiff Quins, crosses for their 6th try.
And you've got a feeling that will be a try that is a hammer blow to the Stars' hopes. We felt that Môn Stars needed to score next, and that's just really taken the knife and maybe slashed any hopes that the Stars had. And great play, just identifying space, taking it quick, and good pace, great pace.
Yeah, great pace down the wing on the 5 metres. You know, not much space. Managed to ride that first tackle, and then obviously the pace down into the corner. That's what you want from your 9.
Yeah, absolutely. Real
To score from the halfway line.
It's a tough old conversion for Eva David. Just got under that one a little bit. So it remains 36-17 to the Cardiff Quins pink. I'm just saying pink because they do have a purple team as well. But the pinks beat the purples in the semi-final. Amelia Balfrey is back on the field for the Quins. Genevieve Miles leaving.
I think Megan Millett's on as well.
Yeah, and Leah Keyworth. Big numbers, big carry. I think that is Millett with a strong carry in midfield.
Stars doing well to win it back.
Yeah, they've turned it over. They need something to happen. Can they, Carol, respond like they did in that first half?
Well, they've done it once, so why can't they do it twice? I think, you know, moving the ball is the big thing from them. If they manage to do that and get a little bit more width on the ball,
Yeah,
you know, we stay away from this.
It's maybe 2 things where they're lacking Môn Stars is that penetration in carrying compared to what the Quins have, who are busting holes and making yards when they get it, and that breakdown. They just can't clean it up and get that quick ball. You know, credit to the Quins for attacking it and slowing the ball down as well.
Yeah, we were saying about the competition between the 9s, and you definitely say that Freya Perry is getting cleaner, quicker ball, you know, and it's a bit slower, like you said, the penetration into the kind of contact area, and then the Quins doing really well in messing up the ruck. Or Jacqueline.
Is there another card? Just a bit of a talking to, maybe from the referee, Dan Smith.
It is nearly Christmas.
Who sends cards anymore? That's changed, you know, hasn't it? Society's working a different way. You send something on email now. That's one way to go. Amelia Balfrey, strong charge right in the shadow on the Stars sticks. Alice Roberts on the hunt for a 2nd try. Well, the Stars turn this over. No, still Quins ball. Mally Hill. Super performance. And there's Balfrey again. She can see the try line. Still pumping the legs to try and get there. Numbers wide if they go. Through the hands. Perry cutting back in. Over goes the Quins again. I think that's Ruby Cole again wearing 14. It is Ruby Cole. Is that now the hat-trick? She's been over the whitewash a couple of times, but I think that is the hat-trick. And I can safely say I think that's game, set and match to Cardiff Quins as well.
Yeah, and Môn Stars haven't really come out to play in the second half, unfortunately for them, after scoring those couple of tries before the break, putting themselves back in the mixer amongst the scoreboard. Unfortunately, the Quins have really controlled this second half. You know, physically they've dominated that breakdown and they've just been unstoppable.
Yeah, physically dominated that breakdown. You know, set piece as well, kind of put the pressure on there every single time from the line out or the scrum. And it's just continuity probably for the Môn Stars more than anything, in trying to keep that ball so they can kind of build their phases, build their territory.
A bit of a chat going on as well between Eva Parry, the scrum half, and the referee, Dan Smith. Just want a bit of communication about the breakdown. Got to be a clear line of communication. That's the best way. It is two-way.
And it's great to see her, you know, at under 16s, having that conversation with the ref. It's a big thing about a relationship of how do you manage the game, and that's one aspect of it as well.
Restart straight down the middle of the pitch. Back on Skylar Morgan. Wearing 7 for the Quins. Move out the way, ref, please. I want to pass to my 10. David with a kick. Finds green space again. Ruby Cole. She wants another try.
Great chase, considering they're so far ahead now, the Quins. Still the hunger to put pressure on that ball. And, you know, a kick is only as good as a chase.
More changes happening. Mehdi Williams is leaving. And I think wearing 25, I heard in my ear. Coming on is Mared Price. On my list, she was a travelling reserve. Maybe even she gets a game today. Lots of last-minute changes in numbers and team sheets. So if we do get the occasional name wrong, the Ariade, apologies.
You should have been here on Tuesday, Rhys. Numbers went from 1 to 99.
Yeah.
I did see that game. I did watch a lot of that. It's a tough one to call. It's getting tough for the Stars at the moment because Amelia Balfrey's on another charge. Can she go all the way? What a finish! A pick from the scrum. 30 metres out, and the Quins 8 crashes over.
That's a super individual score. And maybe showing that rush she had, you know, rotating personnel. She's come back on, fresh legs, powerful. She was destructive in the first half, must be said. One of the better players in that first quarter for the Quins. And she's come back on and absolutely destroyed that Stars defence.
Fantastic run from her, fantastic pick and a dodge and a evade, the tackle, and then obviously the last little.
And it may be an example now as well, the depth in the squads. You know, we've spoken about 2 teams with the Quins. There's a big player base, a pool, and maybe that depth off the bench just showing its value now.
Yeah, I was going to ask you that question, Carol. They have the pink team and the purple team. It used to be split with age, but they've not done that anymore. So it's 2 competitive teams. But I'm guessing you've got to be named in a pink or a purple squad, so you can't play for both teams.
Yeah, they've managed it internally within the hub, and like you said, last year was under 15s and under 16s, split by ages, and then this year evened it out, which, you know, I think probably gives opportunity for the younger girls to step up with the older girls, and then the older girls obviously showing the way forward and also leading in that as well. So and you know, and credit to them where they've had 2 teams, they've got enough girls to play in the hubs to have 2 teams and both get into the semi-finals. What we want to do is grow the game even more so that we've got girls going to their local hubs probably and being able to have enough depth in that to compete across the board.
Good play from the Stars. Parry and Jordan prominent again, getting the ball to Mared Price. Lovely offload back in. Well done, referee. Good dodge by Dan Smith, ducked under that ball. And it's still Stars possession. Want to play that one, David?
Hands.
Hands needed, they say alongside me. Oh, that's an intercept. Eva David. She's lost the ball, but it's not gone forward.
Unfortunately, the Stars, it's all lateral, isn't it? They need to move forward and give the pass. It was so telegraphed, just going hand by hand across. It was a pick that was coming. They just targeted a gap and went for it.
Yeah, and in some ways, if they'd done the miss and missed that person, there was numbers on the outside to get them. So a good read from Cardiff Quins there.
A couple of more changes happening behind the scrum for the Stars. Elsa Roberts is wearing 16 and she's on in the centre. What an experience to play at Principality Stadium. Yes, a long bus journey. Maybe they're not going to get the victory that they wanted, but what an experience for Môn Stars.
That's a good scrum as well. Putting pressure on the Quins. May have stolen it.
Well, I think they might have done until Freya Perry got round the other side there. Well, Parry has it now and tries the offload. That's gone forward. Advantage, Cardiff Quins, scrum advantage. Morgan with a pass to David. Again, a contest at the breakdown. No advantage deemed by the referee, so it will be a Quins scrum. Under 18s final kicks off at 5:30. Owen?
5:15.
5:15. You'll be doing that one with Gwennan Hopkins. And the Quins are there again.
Yeah, and Eos Hopkins on the bench for the Quins. Sister of
Gwennan. I haven't seen number 20 on yet. She might be on. And it's Stars ball now. Gwenlly David through the hands. Could have gone again, but Shanks carries before the offload. Finds the replacement. Roberts, 5 metres out. Down the blind side. And into touch goes Fionn Jordan. There was a gap, but that gap closed quickly by Amelia Balfrey.
Yeah, that's better, isn't it? By the Stars. Working hard right till the very end. I'm sure they want another score to help them on their travels home.
Yeah, absolutely. They'll put pressure on the Quins line here. More changes happening.
Nobody from the Quins looking to be willing to go off. They're going to play on with 17. Now the message gets across.
Yeah, the front row depart. Fionn Nichols, Ellie Stevens.
And you say about Eos and Gwennan, also their mum played for club this year as well. So all three have played on the Principality this year.
A rugby family. Well, they elect to kick this one. That's a good nudge by Ava David as well. Finding some greenery. Oh, that's unfortunately gone forward from Ross. It'll be a scrum down. A good exit by the Quins. More changes for both teams. Eva Parry is departing. Great performance by the 9. Also leaving Cadian Evans. Megan Thomas, I think, is on wearing 21. Everyone will get a game. That's 100% sure of that. Not going to come to Principality no matter what happens in the game and not get on to the turf. You'd be very disappointed.
Oh, it's a spirit of rugby, isn't it? Everybody gets a day out at the Principality. Get a few minutes on this famous patch of green.
Quins scrum. Freya Perry. Everything for the Quins, a little bit easier than it has been for the Stars. There's your Kempster carrying. It's been such a contest at the breakdown. And there's the danger of Perry again. Some 8 minutes left in this cup final, under 16s cup final. The Stars have pinched that one. Well, they had. Forgot the ball, and there is Eos Hopkins. First touch. Good counter. And picked that ball up, did Jordan. I think it was Fionn Jordan. And the Quins have pinched it again. Skylar Morgan. Every breakdown, there's almost a turnover. And then a big hoof downfield from Ava David.
A good thump on that ball there. You could hear it ringing around the stadium.
Ross trying to counter. Trying to find some space. Big old pitch is Principality Stadium. And our space is out there. If you can get the ball wide, you have a chance. But it's been knocked forward, so we will have a scrum, and it'll be Stars ball. The second game is Cardiff Quins against the Nelson Bells. That's a South Walian affair. What do we know about the Nelson Bells, Carol?
Yeah, both really strong teams, both in the East. Yeah, it'll be a really good matchup. I can't actually make a call on it to see who will come
A lot of
through.
them know each other well. They play in the same team, some of them.
Yeah, play in the same teams, play in the Welsh schools and colleges against each other, in the PDC together in the East. So there's a lot of overlap at the moment, and yeah, there's a lot of talent there as well. So we'll be really good to see kind of individuals, head-to-heads, and things like that.
Yeah, Nelson Bells over the years traditionally having successful in the stadium in the road to the Principality series.
Yeah, absolutely. Both teams have got history in it, and both teams have got a history of, you know, quite significant number of internationals coming through from their hubs as well. So, yeah, it'll be a good matchup.
Well, as this one has been, as the Quins have that little bit extra, and maybe as Owain alongside me said, the bench, the depth of the squad that they have, is the right mix and balance there. Plus, their journey is considerably shorter to Principality Stadium than the Môn Stars journey. Gray with a strong carry, another offload. Just over that far touchline. Is that Chloe Banks wearing 30? It is. So we've got up to number 30, not to the 99 that Owain had in the game in the week.
Well, I may have exaggerated, actually 99, but they were in 60s, 70s and 80s.
Was that the Dewar Shield final?
It was,
yeah.
Indeed.
Won by Pontypridd schools against Cardiff schools. Right. Cardiff Central. A quick strike, they want to get that through the channel. That came out. They'll have a reset here.
Quins doing really well in putting pressure on as soon as the ball's coming in, going forward and putting pressure on that scrum. What we want to see is just Môn Stars, just as the ball's coming in, just getting that extension so that they can kind of get a little bit of a shove on, just to allow the tap back, the strike.
There's Marid Price now playing 9. You can see a little flash of a strike there from the Quins, but it's Stars ball at the moment. Not a lot of room down there. Quickly shut down by Megan Mullett.
And turnover.
And the Quins, anybody's keeping the stats in this game of the amount of turnovers. It's been phenomenal. Such a contest at the breakdown. And again, the arm is out this time. It's going to be a penalty for the Quins. They'll have a chance to go for the corner if they wish to do so. But Freya Perry taps and goes. Balfrey on another carry. And over she goes. A second try for the Quins, number 8. Barnstorming performance. She's been on and off a couple of times, but when she's on the field, she has been instrumental.
Yeah, that was 4 second half tries for the Quins. alongside those scored in the first half. As well, could be 5, losing count. 5 second half tries, 9 in all.
Yeah, the Stars haven't really got anywhere near the Quins try line in their second half.
They haven't aligned.
That's a dad joke at Christmas. Conversion is missed on this occasion from Eva David. So it's Cardiff Quins 51, Môn Stars 17. We're into the final 2 minutes of this cup final. Well, Binny and Dewis share in a game. We will choose a player of the match. Must probably ask Cardiff and Owain to have a little discussion, and we'll try and name someone within the next minute or so. Solid clearance again by David. Strikes the ball really well from hand. Under pressure again are the Stars. Megan Thomas has to retreat, does well. I'm trying to find an offload, but the support just quite wasn't there. Quick ball. Fionn Jordan does very well. Excellent game. Well, let's talk about it. Carol and Owain are discussing alongside me here. The game's going on.
Yeah, we're picking a few names out. If I can start with Môn Stars. You know, I've thought Eva Parry, she's been brilliant. Mared Hughes has sparked into life on a few occasions. Sian Rowlands. Been really impressed with Fionn Jordan, you know, in carrying and as well with the ball handling skills. Nanu Francis Roberts been amongst everything at the breakdown, but obviously with the Quins so far ahead and looking to score again. The show, the go, and it's a 10th. Faith Hersha Kempster.
Well, that might change your decision. She's had a good 70 odd minutes. That could be the final play of this cup final. But who else were you going to discuss? You've got to discuss Freya Perry, Amelia Balfrey, Mally Hill for the Quins. They've all been excellent.
Yeah, Alice Roberts, you're pointing another name out for me.
Yeah, well,
no,
yeah.
I've been impressed with Amelia Balfrey, Freya Perry, Ruby Cole, hat-trick. We could name the 23, couldn't we, almost? But for me, well, I'm yeah, Freya Perry, because of that battle at the breakdown, been so fierce, isn't it? And that individual score from the halfway line. First score, was it, of the second half? The second score of the second half. Really, you know, put the Quins back on the front foot. So Freya Perry, the player of the match. But then again, you know, so many more players have really stood out, put a hand up as well.
Yeah. Carol, you were involved in that decision.
Yeah, I totally agree. Like you say, there's quite a few players that you could name and give it to. I think just the battle at the nines, Freya Perry, obviously with her individual try, but also it's been a battle throughout the scrum, throughout the distribution. You've seen collision from her and then been able to get back up and run through as well. So it's really good to see.
Many standouts in a very good Cardiff Quins under-16s girls team. The pink team from the Quins, and this is the last play. Well, seems a popular decision just been announced over the tannoy at Principality that Freya Perry is a player of the match. You're safe tonight in Cardiff, Owain. But the Quins will want more. They've had 10 tries in this final, and they turned that one over. And the Stars deserve something out of this, but there's another injury, and it's good to see Skylar Morgan just stand over Erin Casson to make sure that she is okay. Not sure what this knock is. And I've got to be honest, it's final play. If she's okay, if I was refereeing this one, I would say that's enough.
Yeah, the result's beyond doubt, isn't it? We've almost played every second. So I'd be surprised if the refereeing trio down there on the far side maybe having a quick word together. But it's been an entertaining game, especially the first half. The way the Quins flew out of the blocks, they scored, didn't they? in the early minutes, and then Môn Stars showing great grit, determination and character to get back in the contest. As you said, Rhys, 26 points to 7 down. They were at one point, brought it back to 26-17 at the interval. But unfortunately for Môn Stars, they couldn't keep it going in the second half.
Question is, will we restart here as well? It will be Môn Stars' ball. I think they were in possession when Erin Carson was down injured. Referee blew up. So if we do restart, we should restart with a scrum for Môn Stars. Going through the protocol, asking the questions. Is it a knock to the head? If it is, well, you have to leave. She's happy. And the explanation from the physio on. So we will restart with a scrum. It should be Stars' ball, but let's wait and see. Yes, it is. It will be Mared Price wearing 25 feet in the scrum.
Final throw of the dice maybe for the Stars.
Got to win the ball first, and that's the quick flash of a strike. Is
yeah,
Mally Hill still in there?
You saw that. You saw the boot fly, didn't you? Rarely you see a contest like that these days in the tunnel.
Well, the final whistle now has gone. The Quins didn't want to play anymore. They're happy with what they've accomplished in this under-16s Girls' Cup final. 10 tries, too much for Môn Stars, especially in the second half. 6 unanswered tries. 26-17 at half-time they led, but they finished victorious by 56 points to 17. Well played, the Pinks of Cardiff Quins, but well played also Môn Stars. Mae wastad doi dîm yn rownd derfynol. Mae un yn ennill, un yn colli gan amlas nag yw un gyfartal. A rhaid talu clod i'r Quins. Mae wedi bod yn wych yn enwedig yn yr ail hanner, ond rhaid talu clod hefyd i'r ser o Fôn. Wastad blwyddyn nesa. Got to remember there's always next year, Carol, isn't there? It's about getting to finals. Some of these girls will have another year at under-16s level.
Yeah, and you can't take away that, you know, they're at the final, you're at the Principality, you're playing and you're representing your hub in that. A great game, like you've already mentioned, like Cardiff Quins coming out the blocks, but then great to see Môn Stars coming back, especially after that injury break and really kind of asserting themselves into the game and closing that gap. Obviously in the second half, Quins pushed through with the tries and playing a little bit wider and getting the dominance in that. But a huge credit to both teams, da iawn i'r dwy tîm, am cyrraedd y final fan hyn yn y Principality a pob lwc i chi am y dyfodol yn y blwyddyn nesaf.
Ie, cychwyn siwrna, diod wrth ddeud i'r chreuwyr yma. Dwi'n gwybod fydd merched Môn wedi gobeithio ennill. Ond eto, ddim dyma di diwedd y daith nac i fydd yna gyfleoedd eto yn y dyfodol gyda'r tîm yma neu gyda'r rhanbarth a gobeithio'n rhyngwladol fyddi trafod yn ystod y darllediad.
A hefyd, mae'n diwrnod i cofio. Chi'n os chi beth yn mynd i angofio diwrnod fel il, os chi'n hyfforddwr neu os chi'n chwaraewyr, neu os di'n rhieni, chi'n prawd iawn o'ch blentyn. A mae'n diwrnod mawr i just cofio a cadw chi fynd i chwarae a joio'r gêm. Ie,
efo rhywun, dyn ni wedi ffodus, dyn ni cael bod yma yn lled gyson yna Rhys yn gweithio ar hyn neu llall yma, a cael bod o'n mol y stadiwm, yn wedi yn ardal y twnnal, lle ti'n gwybod lle mae bob dim yn digwydd, yr holl chreuwyr enwog wedi troedio.
Be ti'n gweld ar y teledu gan amla?
Ie, mae dal ei gwefr i gael gweld a bod yn yr ardal na'r sefyllfa yna. Mae'n anrhyded i cael bod yn rhan ohono fo.
Yeah, absolutely. It is, you know, a pleasure to come and commentate here and work at the stadium, but to play here is something really special, Carol, isn't it?
Yeah, running out to the tunnel. You know, I've been fortunate to stand and sing the anthem, and you look up at your family. That stuff that stays with you, and you know, gives me goosebumps now speaking about it. But yeah, the tunnel, the way that it's organised, the way that it's managed. I got to give a shout out to our apprenticeship team who manage our road to Principality. you know, some of them started in September working for the WRU, and their roles now is to manage and take on the leadership of running the events. So
un peth sy'n ar ôl I wneud, a cyflwyno y medalau a'r cwpan. One thing left to do, to thank the officials and the medals and the presentation of the cup. The Under-16s Girls' Cup. Trying to catch a glimpse of who's down there for the Union. It's not Carol Thomas because she's alongside us. Is that Geraint John?
Geraint John.
It is Geraint John. He's got the medals. Dan Smith, Carl Thomas, Hayden Bennett. Rhaid talu teyrnged i'r tîm dyfarnu. Without referees, we would not have a game, and we must remember that. If you're thinking about turning to refereeing, well, don't think twice. Go and do it. Get in touch with the union. They'll have all the information needed for the pathway you can follow.
Yeah, there's great opportunities out there as well. If you're a young, aspiring referee, if you get on the ladder early, you can climb it very quickly. And also one thing to say about being a referee, you know, it's a difficult job, but you're part of the game. You know, if you're not playing, you're still part and contributing to what's going on in the field. As I said, we're fortunate to be commentating, but we're spectators. As a referee, you're amongst it, you're contributing, and you're being a part of a good rugby game which everybody hopes to enjoy watching.
A dyma nhw felly, Sir Môn, here come Môn Stars. Battled all the way to Principality. You can see Ffion Jordan celebrating there, looking up, seeing family and friends at the home of Welsh Rugby at Principality Stadium. Ond nhw ddim yn fuddigol, ond y gwir yw, maen nhw gyd yn ennill heddi. Pob un ohonyn nhw wedi gweithio mor galed I gyrraedd y rownd derfynol ac wedi mwynhau y profiad. They've worked so hard to get to this final at Principality, and every one of them has enjoyed it. Couple of injuries, and I think that is Erica Cole potentially there in the middle. She went off early, but she's okay to get her medal. That's always good to see. A couple of bangs and bumps. Eva Parry, the 9. Excellent performance. A real catalyst as the player of the match. Freya Perry was the other 9 for the Quins. A real battle. And the coaching team coming up as well. Felly, Quins Cardiff, a team pink. The pink team from Cardiff Quins, victorious by 56 points to 17 in this cup final, the girls under-16s competition. And I think, if my eyes don't deceive me, it's Gwennan Hopkins presenting the medals with Geraint John.
Yeah, I think you're correct. Then she'll be up here in the commentary box in a couple of hours' time. Full Wales international.
Yeah, and a previous Quins player.
Look out for her sister wearing 20 EOS there. She's coming up in 2. Will she have a coach or just a handshake? Ah, she has a coach. Da iawn chwaer. Ar medal. A foment nice i'r teulu. Special moment for the family. Special moment for all the Quins.
And that's what some of these days are about as well. You know, Gwennan being part of the presentation team, an international, and just showing a little bit more of the pathway for the girls.
Gwennan still 18? Or she turned 18, 19?
Yes, no, she's definitely 19.
19?
Possibly even 20.
Yeah, possibly, yeah, possibly putting 20. But shows she's young, she's still talent. She's been knocking at the door for a few seasons, hasn't she? Especially kind of at the lower levels, and then she's grabbed a chance. Was it this season, this Six Nations, where she got her first cap? For some reason, I think Ireland. Maybe I'm wrong. My recollection may be a bit hazy, but
came off the bench and scored in her first cap.
Yeah, that's definitely it. But what she is involved in now, so we've got the Celtic Challenge kicking off next Saturday, sorry, at Ystrad Mynach, where Brython and Gwalia go head to head, and Gwenan was named as part of the squad yesterday with Gwalia.
Well, it's not about lightning or thunder, it's about Cardiff Quins, crowned under 16s girls cup champions. Y pencampwyr cwpan i'r merched o dan 1 ar 15, Quins Caerdydd, llongyfarchiadau enfawr iddyn nhw. Newn nhw aros siwr o fod i weld y tîm dan ddeunaw yn cystadlu yn y rownd derfynol nesa. The girls will stay, hang around after their presentation, and food, of course, at Principality Stadium to watch the under-18s of the Cardiff Quins go against the Nelson Bells. One victory for them. They will be on the hunt for another, but I'm sure the Bells will have something to say about that. Gobeithio bod chi wedi mwynhau y rownd derfynol gynta o'r ddwy stynu ar eich cyfer chi heddi yn Stadiwm Principality. Quins ath o hon o 56 i 17. I hope you've enjoyed this first of 2 finals we have on the road to Principality. Congratulations to Cardiff Quins, the Pinks of the Quins, who were victorious against Môn Stars by 56 points to 17. They are the under-16s Cup champions.